Alright, so I'm here today to show you guys how to make a burlap wreath. They're so popular right now and they're so easy to do, so I'm just wanting to show you guys real quick. The key to this is you can actually do it for under $25. What I use is I buy this burlap ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's normally $5.99. You can get it half price. Hobby Lobby runs sales like every other week on their ribbon, just about every other week. Call them, check with them. I watch for it. It comes in natural colors, blue. I think it comes in I don't know, there's like 5 different colors. I picked these colors because I'm making a fall wreath for my mom for her door real quick. So I bought these, and then I bought this, which is about a 16-inch wire wreath base. It ran $2.99. I use if you go to the Hobby Lobby website, there's a coupon on there that you can just pull up on your phone right there at the register. You can use one a day. I get this. These never go on sale, so you'll have to use your coupon to get this on sale. And then I picked these up, which are nothing but just little stems that I found cheap. I got them because it's got a flower, some berries, had some good color to it. They were normally $4.99. So I got them half off, so it's like a $2.50 piece. So I got 2 of those. And then I picked up ribbon, rolls of ribbon, which again, it's always half off the same time. This is all half off. So just watch for that. I hardly ever buy anything at Hobby Lobby full price. They run sales so often. So anyways, how you start, you're going to need 3 of these, if I haven't already said that. 3 rolls per a wreath base this size, 16 inches. What you do is I take a piece of wire. If you don't have this floor wire, if you have a pipe cleaner or some people call them Chanel stems, that would work. All you do, you just want to weave it through your ribbon just like this, just to get it gripped together so that you can attach it to your very bottom ring here. And it doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be perfect, obviously. Just attach it on there so you have some place to hold. And I just kind of trim this wire up. Again, you're never going to see that. And then once you get that done, once you've got it sturdy on something, what I do, I start from the inside and work my way out. I bring the ribbon up through, just like this, through that first opening. You see there's 3 openings. And what you're going to be doing is just pulling the ribbon up through each opening in this wreath. I get it about that far, bring it again right behind it. You're going to pull up another one. You're going to continue to do this round and round. I just make sure that these are all about the same size. That's the only thing that's really important here. You can make your loops as big, as small, however big and fluffy you want it. Just make sure you've got 3 of them just like this, because you're going to end up squishing them over. Once you get those 3 done, you're going to bring your ribbon back down to the first one again and start all over. Pull it through. If it twists, that's fine. It just makes it a little, it actually gives it a little bit of character. Pull it through, and you're going to continue this process. It's really quick. I mean, people can make these things. Literally, I can make a base in about 15 minutes. Again, I go 3, and I pull through. Now, once I get about this much, since I've got 3 different colors, I'm going to divide it and add this yellow in between. So once I get this, about this much done, probably, maybe one more row, and then I'll show you how you just kind of close this off and start. And you can just pull it through like that, and you can fluff it out once you get them done. I've done them enough that I can kind of tell how big my loops are. There we go. So once I get that much on it, you can see how it's taking shape already. Voila. So I turn this over, grab my scissors, cut it off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Grab another piece of wire real quick. Again, I'm just going to weave it through just so you get a grip of it. Like this. Attach it here. You just don't want it to come off, is the only thing. That's all this wire is for. Twist your wire, Alright, you've got that much done. Start on the yellow. Again, exact same process. It's really, 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 really simple. Weave it through. I don't know what that was that fell behind me. We're doing this in my kitchen. Y'all don't know. And my son Sam is kind enough to film me. Alright, so again, start back here. Twist it on the inside. You want to go on the inside first. Just twist this around. Clip it off. And start shoving it through. Just like this. Pull it through. Grab it again, pull it through, grab it again, pull it through. This is like a no-brainer, obviously. Y'all can get this. So you wonder how these people are doing these. I cannot tell you in the flower shop where I work, I can't tell you how many of these I have made up and sold. Here in Arkansas, we're the home of the Razorbacks. And I have made these in red and the natural burlap, as well as red and black. This comes in black as well. And we've attached hog pins, hog noses, license plates, all kinds of stuff, and I've sold them just constantly. I can't tell you how many of these I've made this year. So, as you can see, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of the yellow. I only have one roll of yellow, so I'm just going to do a little bit of it on each side, just to add a little bit of different color. And you're going to cut it off, trim it, and now obviously it's quicker if you're not changing colors like this, but you can do whatever. You can add as many colors as you want in it. You can add just one color in it. It's up to you. I've also used, if you can't find the burlap rolls, this ribbon like I have, and all you can find is like the yards of burlap, I've also used that. I've just cut it in strips. That look is really popular right now too, just being very natural looking. So I've done that too. I'm going to finish this up, and then when I come back, I'll show you how I put the ribbon on it, and how we end up embellishing it at the end. Okay, so I've got my base totally done here, as you can see. As it turned out, as you can see, I accidentally got, this is like off. There's more orange there than there is here. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter how it turns out. I'll just put my bow there, so it's all cool. So basically, once you get this done, you can add anything you want to this. I've seen people leave them like this. Like I said, you can put pins on them or whatever you want to do with them. I have these, so I could do one of the two things. I could tear these apart and glue them on, or I could just glue them on all at one time. I've got my hot glue gun here. At work, I usually use like a glue pan, but that'll work fine. I wanted to kind of do something that you all would see. Now, you can do a couple different things with this ribbon. If you are able to make a bow, then I would put a bow on it first. If you're not, I'll show you an alternative. To make a bow, I'm going to be showing you this over and over and over again in my vlog. Maybe by the time you've watched several of them, you'll know how to make a bow. Leave yourself a little bit of a tail. I am right-handed, so I hold the ribbon in my left hand, and I just squish it into these three fingers, my thumb, my pointing finger, and middle finger. I bring my ribbon around, squish it into my hand. I bring it around on this side, same size loops, squish it into that hand. Bring it around. I put a loop on top of this loop, just like this, a shorter one, and I squish it into my hand. I bring it back around, squish it into the top of my hand. This hand is holding all of the ribbon. Just make sure that this set of loops are the same size, just like these are. Again, I'm going to make another set of loops on top of that, same size as these. Bring it around, same size as this. Squish it on your hand, just like that. If you're not, and I'm going to make one on top, twist it. I twist it just to get it to where sometimes there's a ribbon that's one-faced, and so I always twist it just in case this ribbon is not like that, but it's just a habit for me to do it that way. That's the way I learned. Okay, so once you get your bow, I'm going to cut it off. If you don't know how to make a bow, don't panic. It's okay. I'm going to tie this off like this. And I will wire it onto the middle of my wreath, just like this. Okay. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of this ribbon to it. So if for any reason you don't know how to make a bow, and that's fine, what you can do with these, for one, you need ribbon that cuts, or scissors that cut ribbon. That's terrible. Bring it like this, just squish it back and forth, doesn't have to be perfect, back and forth, like this. Cut the edges. I'll have to go back and straighten these once I get done with this. These scissors are terrible. See, what you're going to do is just make something like this, which is perfectly fine. You can add this to it. And this actually looks really, really cute tied on here. Take your ribbon and tie, basically all this is strands of ribbon. Tie this together like this and tie it in between your folds. Okay, so you tie that on. We'll do multiple ones of these all the way around it and just give it some color. Here's another way to make a bow, and I know that you guys can do this with this big ribbon. I have a little bit of this burlap left. You will probably have a little bit of it left too. Again, squish it in your hand. This is bigger, so you can't really hold it in your fingers, so I hold it kind of in that little crevice there. Bring it around, make yourself a loop, squish it in your hand, hold it just like that. Bring it around, squish it in your hand just like that. That's all there is to it. Once you get that done, now I have made this bow. If you don't know how to make a bow, make those little tags and you can do that. But I really think if you guys practice, get familiar with the ribbon, keep watching, keep seeing the way I'm doing it, you'll eventually be able to make a bow. I'm just putting this bow in the front of this other one so we have a bigger bow. I'm going to put this right here in the front and wire it in just like that. Okay? And then again, you're going to take your ribbon just like we did last time, fold it back and forth in your hands like this. Doesn't matter what size, you can make them as long as you want, short as you want. Cut the edges just like this. I've got 2 separate kinds of ribbon. You can use 3 or 4 kinds of ribbon, one kind of, it just depends on what you want to use. I love using ribbon that are multiple patterns but have the same colors, the same shades. Looks really great together. Take it just like this, and you can tie it. Or if you have like twine, when you're working with this burlap, twine looks good in it too. You can tie this with twine if you want to, or okay. So you're going to tie it on just like that, just to give it a little bit of color someplace. Again, this is just a little cute, cheap fall wreath for my mom. To put on her door, just something to add some color. And I would make one more of these over here really quick. And I thought this ribbon was cute because it reminded me of candy corn. I thought it would be cute with this orange and yellow burlap. Alright. Okay. Again, all you're doing is laying those ribbons on top of each other. You're going to tie this ribbon on top of there, fold them out, find a place to tie them, just like this. All I'm doing, literally, is tying it in a knot back here, just like that. And then spread them out. So that this is what you're kind of creating. And I'll put another one here, and you can kind of get an idea what it looks like. And this is how quick it is, see? So basically, start to finish, this wreath is taking 15 minutes. And it's under $25 to make. So, you know, a wreath like this to go and buy, I was looking at them already made in Hobby Lobby, and they were about $79. So, it's definitely cheaper to make it yourself. Again, tie this off. Kind of got that one-sided there. And tie it on here. Okay, now the last thing you can do, again, if you have any kind of fall leaves, anything like that that you've got to glue on, you can clip these off, you can take these apart, whatever you want to do. Me, I'm just going to fold this over. And one thing I do recommend you doing is lay them in where you want them. Take the price tag off, of course. Fold this under. Lay them in where you think you want them before you start gluing. You know, you definitely want to do that. So I want this to be the top of mine. I'm just going to kind of lay them in here. That way my mom will just have sort of just a simple wreath. And you just want to place the glue right along here. I'm folding it underneath my bow here. Sticking it under my bow. Just like this. Okay, so as you can see, I've got that glued in there. It'll set tight, and I'm going to glue the other one. And it doesn't have to be pretty. You're not going to be able to see any of this. Just make sure you have enough glue that it'll hold. And what I do is I kind of just fold it underneath here and get it in a sturdy place there. And then pop your fabric back over it and just let it set. Ah! And tear it up. Okay. Alright, so that's set. So basically, this is what she ends up with. Again, 15 minutes, start to finish, and it's under $25. And you can add, like when I'm doing them at work, I might add another flower down here, or whatever. If you have little things, most of us have a bush of fall leaves or whatever, that would look really good with this. I just wanted to make it really simple and fast and easy for you guys to do. Thank you.